Stop giving a fuck what people think. I know it seems way more easier said than done, but you have to learn how to do this if you really want to prosper at anything that you're doing. You will not get past a lot of things in your life. There's different levels every single time you're doing things in life. You want to get to that next level, you're gonna still have to not give a fuck what people are thinking. So in this case, what I'm saying is too, like, when I released my first song, I had my layers where I released the song and it only got shown to a few people, okay? And I had to not give a fuck about what people were gonna think. But after that, I progressed and I progressed. And my song is getting pushed out to more. But the thing is, it's gonna get into those ears of people I don't want it to hear. Like when I dropped my first song, I had to deal with people in high school hearing my song. And that was very shaky for me. I got good feedback, but there's people out there that I know they're judging me. People, even my true friends true friends were judging me, saying, behind my back about my music or not even supporting my music. And that's a level you have to get past. And once you get past those type of levels, it just becomes more easier and easier. Because at the end of the day, if someone's focused on you and they're giving a fuck about what you're doing, then that just means that they're not focused enough on their own life. And if they have a problem with what you're doing in your life, then they probably have a problem with what they're doing in their lives too that they don't figure out. Because for the most part, if you're at peace with yourself, you're not really caring about what other people are doing. I mean, depending too, people are coming to mind and they're saying, oh, I don't want to disappoint my family, my reputation with my family, blah, blah, blah. Then don't if you don't want to. But I don't feel like anything really is detrimental to a family reputation if it's nothing that's like extremely bad and harmful to someone. So just be yourself and express yourself. And if your family can't even accept you for who you are, then they're not really your family then. You know what I mean? Like your family will be the ones too, which is like a crazy part too. A lot of people just don't want to do it because of the family. If you want to, block them if you can. But if not, create something new. Go out, move somewhere else. If it's like a physical form, if you don't want to work somewhere, you don't want to be a teacher around the area your family is because you feel like they'll judge you because they want you to be a engineer or something, then go move somewhere else. If you don't want them seeing on your social media, create a new profile picture. You have to find ways. If you're going to just keep what you want to do to yourself and not do what you want to do, those people who are giving a fuck about what you're doing are happy that you give a fuck about them caring about what you're doing. In their minds, they won, which they did. You are defeated at that point if you let somebody else determine how you're going to do something. If you want to write some post or say something to someone, but you're afraid about being judged, who cares? That person is not meant to be in your life. You know what I mean? Like when I release a song, if someone's not going to be understanding my perspective and be judgmental towards me, then that's not the person that's supposed to be in my life. There's people out there, and that's the one secret too. Once you realize this, it becomes a lot more easier as well about not giving a fuck. Whenever you are doing things, just know that whatever you want to do, it's inside of you, okay? You feel that feeling and you have that desire to want to do it. That's that one person. You're that one person who actually wants it to happen. I promise you, just like Gary Vaynerchuk says, one is greater than none. This is one of the best quotes I've ever heard. One is greater than none. Anytime you think of this, it can help you get in that better mind frame. So if it's just you giving a fuck about what you're doing and you're just doing it, that's good. Then you definitely will know that, okay, I shouldn't care what other people think. I give a fuck about what I think. I shouldn't give a fuck what other people are thinking. Because at that point, you have that feeling inside of you. There's going to be that one person who wants to be like looking at you and be like, I support that. There's going to be another person. If there's a will, there is a way, and you will find those people one of these days. But just keep going. Find them one by one. And overall, how do you start doing that? How do you start not giving a fuck even more? When you're doing things, if you're working on just one person, like one person knows about what you're doing, just make it like that person's the best individual for you. If that one person's the only person that hears about what you're doing and they're the only person that cares, then keep going on that one person. Imagine that there's that one person that is just like you out there that wants to do exactly what you're doing or wants to back up exactly what you're doing. I promise you, just have that mindset every single time you turn on the camera. If you go into that job where you feel like people are judging you, just know that that one person is there that actually actually approves of what you're doing, and that person can just be you. It can just be you. Because if you have it in your head and you have it in your heart, then you should be able to do it and get it fulfilled. God does not give us visions that we cannot fulfill. So, and that's another thing. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. If you don't believe that you can do the same things that Jesus Christ did, Jesus Christ was on earth doing things that nobody ever sees today. He was walking on water. He was getting fish. He was raising people from not being woken anymore. Like, he was doing things that nobody believed in. He did not give a fuck. He knew in himself, in his heart, he knew who he was. He believed in the power of God and what he gave him inside of his head. So you too, if you have it inside of you, stop giving a fuck about what's on the outside. God wants you to fulfill that, okay? If you found any value from this video, or if you feel like I should have added any more things into here, leave a comment down below, okay? I'm wondering, if you're wondering about that. But I have a previous video about how to create a song. If that's something you're interested in, I'm gonna put that up here, as well as my website. If you check that out, my music's on there. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe up there. If this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is A-Rai. I'm an independent musician. I graduated college in 2017, moved back with my family, signed my first song to Sony Records in 2019. Now we're working towards doing music full-time in my own house. But I appreciate you joining and watching this video. Much love. I'll see you at the next one. A-Rai Pack.